are out at Jack Frost Ice Cream today with owner David Foltz. David, thank you for having us.
Very good. Thank you for being here.
Ice cream is fun.
Yes, it is. And this is my season.
This is your season. Let's start. You guys are in a great little fun complex. Where are you and what's here?
We're off of 278 next to Sun City's front gate. We're in a complex called the Okatie Ale House, and it's a liquor store, my ice cream shop, a restaurant, and a beautiful tiki bar out on a lake that is up against 278.
So it really doesn't get much funner than that.
No, it's anything you could possibly ask for.
And you came to the Low Country from New Jersey post 9/11.
Yes.
Had a big company business up there, and you were making homemade ice cream all over the place.
Yeah, up there I was teamed up with a guy, Mr. Green Tea Ice Cream.
Okay.
And I was manufacturing red bean green tea, wasabi, and ginger. 60,000 gallons a season.
Wow.
And delivering it up to 800 shops in Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn, every one of them being a Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
Yep.
You're doing a little bit of that wholesaling down here too.
Yes, just on a smaller level. Right now I manufacture for Belfair.
And these are...
They have been my #1 wholesale account for about 7 or 8 years.
And they have a really unique flavor that you're making for them, and they created the flavor kind of through an employee contest, didn't they?
Yes. Chef Bruce Christensen is the chef over at Belfair, and he wanted to have some fun in the kitchen, so he had his entire staff come up with their own favorite recipe for ice cream, and then they narrowed it down to 3. Then I made those 3 ice creams.
Okay.
Then they taste tested them, and then they came up with the winner.
Which
and it happens to be this one here, and it's never been named. It's still number 18.
So this is number 18, but what the chef does is he actually prepares the nuts in his kitchen.
Yes, he takes a fresh pecan and then he butters it, salts it, brown sugar and cinnamon, and roasts it, and then he brings it over to here. I treat him to an ice cream. That night I make it into ice cream, which I'll show you in a bit,
okay,
and then I ship it back.
So when you're making it into the ice cream, how does that process look?
I buy my dairy through, I buy my milk through a dairy. It's called ice cream base. It's a 14% butter fat.
Oh, that's why
a lot of people don't want to hear about that.
No, we don't want to hear about it, but that's
cream
what makes it
is
so
the
good.
secret to ice cream.
That's
if it was anything less, it becomes ice milk.
And you get that mouthfeel with that 14%, and that's what makes ice cream so fun.
That is the secret. I take that, I pour it into my machine, I turn the freezing on. The technology of making ice cream hasn't changed in 1,000 years, just my machine is a whole lot bigger and runs on electric. I'm not standing there churning it at night. After about 7 or 8 minutes, like a cookie, when the timer goes off, it has to come out of the machine or you're going to start to damage the product and degrade it. So.
And then you take your containers, and how big is that container that you scoop out of?
It is a 2.5 gallon tub.
Okay.
And when I make ice cream homemade, I layer it in. I pour some out, I put in some nuts, some drizzle, I pull some more out. When you make it commercially, you just put everything in the machine and it all comes out. I call that dirty ice cream. It's not dirty, but it's not as beautiful.
It's not, and it doesn't scoop as nicely because you don't see. It's all just kind of mixed together.
Many times the girls that work here will hear me say, "Oh, doesn't that ice cream look sexy?" And they're like, "Ice cream can't look sexy."
Oh, it can.
But in my head, I have a passion for this. I love my products to look beautiful.
The nuts come from the chef, and then the system goes through the whole freezer. Ancient technology that's just been modernized. And I have 3 kids that love ice cream. We have a ball that they throw back and forth.
Yes, I saw that one as well.
That
I'm
makes
going to use
ice
it in
cream.
my ice cream classes that I'm going to be teaching down at the college
Tell
over
me,
the winter.
That's exciting.
I want to use many different forms of how to make ice cream. So some will be churning, some will be rolling, some will be making it with a multi-mixer that you have at home.
So you're teaching a how to make ice cream class at the college?
Yes.
Can I go, or do I have to be enrolled in the college?
It's for seniors, and it's called OWLI, and they teach courses to people who are 55 and above, and there's quite a lot of people. I used to invite them into my shop when I had a bigger shop, but now I'm going to have to teach it there. And I think we're 95% locked into. I'll be doing that in January and February.
So Jack Frost Ice Cream is in the Okatie Ale House complex right off 278 by Sun City and across the street from Cracker Barrel. Homemade ice cream really does go above and beyond your expectations, and the customer service you get here is really far above par when it comes to other places we've been. So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.